One day she's got a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, and then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my mind. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, 'cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, word games, brain twisters, mind busters. She's playing with my mind. Word quizzes, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word search. It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronics singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candle's flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for presents at this time, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine. She was my true love. Now she's dead and gone. She made me feel whole, and when I felt she'd hold my hand when nobody ever would, she understood. She came with me everywhere I'd go. I miss her so. She was my only true
Testing. Check. Testing the mic. Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. Help. Asparagus. Help. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check. Checking the mic. Testing the mic. Check. Test. 1, 2. Okay. Hello everybody and welcome to Henry's Kitchen. Let me know if this is too loud. Where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make Henry's Uncle Ron's Thanksgiving Day Jello shots. It's a family tradition in my family. I want to thank Bumblevision for resubscribing. Thanks, Bumblevision. We should play some games again soon. Bumblevision has his own channel, which is great. Okay. And Ms. Shanna Banana just subscribed. Okay. Thank you. And Ars Champ. Ars Champ just subscribed. Thanks, Ars Champ. A couple other people. Avnovas. Cash by Johnny Cash. So let's start talking a little bit about jumbo shots. I'm going to be taking today's recipe from the Henry's Kitchen cookbook. This isn't an advertisement, but if you did want to get it, it's on henryphillips.com and I'll sign it for you. But let's see, there was somebody else. Seal Poppythorn just subscribed. What is a dream? It says, first time catching you on Twitch, man. Enjoyed your music, films, YouTube for years. Thank you very much. What is a dream? Welcome. I'm not sure if you drink alcohol or not. If you don't, you can replace this with a cheeseburger. But we're going to be making Jello shots. So thanks for joining us, and that's very nice to hear. Let's talk a little bit about traditional Thanksgiving Jello shots. Well, it looks like it's that time of the month. This classic family recipe that I'm going to pass along to you is something that no Thanksgiving tree should be without. This delicious tradition started as a secret recipe that was brought in by my Uncle Ron, but he couldn't keep it a secret for very long. So just a little bit about Ron. Thank you, FernX, for just subscribe. And Skell Poppythorn. So my Uncle Ron was a character. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the expression, what the fuck you looking at? Well, Ron's the first, I don't know if he invented it, but he's the first person I ever heard say that. And now you hear it all the time. What the fuck you looking at, or whatever. But Ron was definitely way ahead of his time, because I think he was the first one I ever heard say that. Poopfart69 says, I'm 15 years sober, but I will try this recipe. Okay. And Grumpy Ben Watt says, Drunkle Ron. Yeah. Everyone type Forson says, I lost my job as a bus driver today. All I did was give up my seat to a blind person. Okay. Well, that's a tough call on their part. Ally just gifted a tier 1 sub to Jerry Jim Joe. I love that. I love that when I read a sentence that would have made no sense to me about 6 months ago. Fat Hunger just resubscribed for 4 months. if you could have some kind of a time capsule that could be from the future, and like back in the 80s, if I had a note that was from the future and it just said, one day you will say, Owleye gifted a tier 1 sub to Jerry Jim Joe, and Fat Honger has resubscribed tier 1 for 4 months, I'd be like, this has to be some kind of crazy code or something. But now it makes perfect sense to me, and it's because of you guys, and thank you for that. Kathy says, Henry, I'd like to apologize for my total lack of energy and participation last stream. I had one of the most remarkable hangovers of my life. Yeah, that happens. And Wise Old Giant just resubscribed. Thanks, Wise Old Giant. And also there's a note here. Before coming to this stream, I was lost. I was a lonely man who lived every day thinking about how I'd be better dead. When I discovered Henry's scary popcorn balls recipe, my life changed. My wife came back, my kids started calling me again, and my penis grew 3 inches. Thank you for your wisdom, Henry. Okay. Well, Wise Old Giant, that's very cool. I don't know if I had much to do with any of that stuff, but I appreciate that you're giving me credit. Sounds like my coffee's ready. I don't know if you guys have coffee, but it's definitely coffee time here. It's about noon. I think I told this story already, so I'll tell a very short version of it, but I was going to get coffee on the plane, and the old lady next to me said, I don't know who's going to get coffee at 3 p.m. unless you're one of these assholes that drinks coffee all day long, and I'm one of those assholes. But I didn't order coffee from the flight attendants because I felt like I was going to get judged. So when I landed, I got it from Starbucks or whatever. So it's very hot. Okay, we've got a lot of work to do, so let's get started. First, we'll check in on my cat roast beef. Seems to be kind of a weird angle there. His head's cut off, but he's sleeping as usual. No big surprise there. Let's take a look at what we're going to be making today. These are Jello shots with pine cones and something called the star anise or anise star, depending on which product that you buy, but that's what that star thing is there in the shot. So there's that, and let's take a look at our ingredients. Obviously we need cups to put our Jello shots in. These are compostable cups. I'll be honest with you, I'm not what they call a tree hugger or one of these environmental people, but I did find out recently that there is a continent the size of the state of Texas that's made out of plastic, and I don't know what it's like on there. I imagine there's probably sort of a Mad Max kind of a civilization living on that thing, but either way, I don't want to contribute to it. Most of the time when you get Jello shots, they're in little plastic things, and I just kind of pictured, adding to that island of plastic and all the mayhem that must go on that thing, just so I can get drunk and on Thanksgiving. I just didn't feel right about it. So I got compostable paper cups, and they do the same thing. So I don't see why it really would make a difference. But okay, so we've got our paper cups here. Lex for Live says it's free real estate. Yeah, that's true actually. Moon 2 Coffee says plastic beach. When you put it that way, it sounds nice, and we might be seeing pamphlets, and some real estate mogul is going to try to sell it to us, I bet. Beachfront property on the plastic island. Double-edged board said, but are you going to compost them? I don't know how to compost stuff. Oh, well, I do have a composter here, actually. So I probably will, but I just recently got it, so I have to read the directions. Everyone type Force and says maybe I could do an island, the first Plastic Island live stream. That's a great idea, actually. To stream live from Plastic Island would be neat. Okay, so we have here. Oh, thank you, N Funny, just resubscribed for 3 months. So this is called the Anise Star or Anise Star. There's another product called Star Anise, which is the other way around. I don't know what the difference is. This is Jello. Jose frickin' Perez just resubscribed. Thanks, Jose frickin' Perez. Okay, so what we have here is some orange Jello. Aaron Alai just subscribed. Thanks, Aaron Alai. We have orange Jello as well as the lemon Jello. What you're supposed to have is unsweetened gelatin, and I couldn't find that anywhere. I was going all over the supermarket saying, hey, do you have unsweetened gelatin and anise stars? And, you know, even though these things are on the shelf somewhere, those employees don't always know. Fat Hunger says it's called anise star in the southern hemisphere. Maybe that's what it is. We also have food coloring. I bought new food coloring, guys, because we used up all our food coloring for Halloween products. Okay. And thanks, E. Grazer just resubscribed. We also have condensed milk. I never really understood exactly the science behind condensed milk, but I think that it's basically milk that, like, this was probably a gallon of milk, and they just basically squashed it down into one can. Desolery just subscribed, and so did Bogey 480. Thank you, guys. And we got our cups. So, the most important star of our show is apple whiskey. This is Crown Royale apple whiskey. You can see I've drunk most of it, but I have enough left, hopefully, for a few Jello shots that we'll make today. But that's basically the ingredients that we have to work with here. So let's take a look at our first order of business. Now there's going to be a lot of waiting because we're going to be putting stuff in the freezer, and then we're going to be killing time. So I'm going to take a couple of song requests. I will tell you I've been very depressed lately. The holidays brings that out of me, and also the period of time after the holidays. We had Halloween, and after Halloween I got depressed, and I was depressed before Halloween going into it. So usually the time before and after and during holidays are very depressing times for me. Okay, so let's take a look at our business. I gotta remember the page here. Where did they go? Oh yeah, okay. Traditional Thanksgiving. This makes 30 Jello shots. So we want, you know what, I'm not gonna make 30. I'm gonna divide these by 4 because I think, Alexa, what's 30 divided by 4?
30 divided by 4 is 7.5.
Alexa, volume 8. 7.5. That's going to make the math too complicated. I'm going to divide everything by 4. So if it says a 14 ounce can of condensed milk, we're going to use, Alexa, what's 1/4 of 14?
1/4 of 14 is 3.5.
What's with all the 3.5 shit? I'm going to just roughly 3.5 ounces. I'll just take 1/4 of the can, I guess. But anyway, let's get started here. Enough of this. Real quick check to see how roast beef is doing. Still about the same. I like to go over there and make sure that he's still with us. Sorry. Just got to give him a little scratch on the head, make sure that he's still alive, because he's a very, very old cat. That's called a welfare check, formerly called a death check, but that was a little politically incorrect, so we call it a welfare check now. Okay. Number one, we're going to boil 2 cups of water in a medium-sized pan. Add 3 packets of gelatin and stir. So let's start by moving all of our ingredients out of the way. And we're going to pull our pot of water. We want 2 cups of water. And this is the natural flavor gelatin. I don't know why they make these things so damn hard to open. But whatever. Okay. So we have a packet here. I'm going to do the directions on here. 3/4 cup sugar, no, that's something else. Jello, cook and serve. You know what, guys? This is kind of pissing me off. But this is pudding. This isn't gelatin. Okay. I don't know what the fuck Jello. I always thought Jello was gelatin. I thought they were the same thing, but there's a product called Jello, and this is pudding, and it doesn't even say pudding on it. It says cook and serve. Pudding and pie filling. So, okay. That's the wrong thing. That's embarrassing. I apologize. Do you hear me okay, by the way? Help! I wanted to make sure. Okay, so we're not going to use this, but this is not a problem because we have our other one. This low-calorie gelatin dessert. So Western Winner says W script. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, saved by the backup. Thanks, Cappy. JK Gee says you should be able to make pudding shots also. We might try that. Avenged Seinfeld just resubscribed. Thanks, Avenged Seinfeld. All right, let's just get into this. We're going to get 2 cups of boiling water, 2 cups of cold water. We're going to add the boiling water to the gelatin mix. Stir 2 minutes. So I'm only going to use half of this. Unreleased from jail, just subscribe. Jailmate has subscribed. Sorry, and this thing is really potent too. I think I just inhaled a bunch of it. All right, gotta focus. We're gonna divide everything by 3. So we're gonna have, Alexa, what's 1/3 of 2 cups?
2/3 cup.
2/3 of a cup, easy. I have a half a cup, so how would you do that? Alexa, how many half cups is 2/3 of a cup?
0.6667 cups divided by 0.5 cups is approximately 1.3333.
Okay. So 1.3. So I'm going to use 1 1/3 of this of water. And I'm only going to finish. Put that up to 1/3. Let's go ahead now and I'm going to put this on high. till it comes to a boil, and the next order of business after that, 2 cups boiling water. Add the boiling water to gelatin mix, stir until dissolved. Stir in the cold water, put it in the freezer. Okay, so I'm going to take 1/3 of this packet once it starts boiling. Quanto says the Canon looks great. That's great. Quanto and I did some upgrading on the camera and used a different technology so that now we should have a slightly higher resolution there. And he says that he can actually even see the hair in the water, which is awesome. Oh yeah, there is a piece of hair there. I don't know how awesome that is, but might be one of roast beef's hairs. Very difficult to remove. I'm not sure that I did it correctly. Okay, that's boiling. I think the hair's out of the way, mostly. I'm gonna put in 1/3. Wait, I'm gonna stop this. Let's get a bowl. Slide this out of the way. Get a bowl. I'm gonna pour about 1/3 of this stuff in there. And now we're going to put in our boiling water. Add the boiling water to the gelatin and stir for 2 minutes. And then now we're going to, until it's completely dissolved. And now we're going to stir in some cold water, and I think we're going to stir in the exact same amount. I want to do the full 2 minutes. Oh, we're supposed to add here condensed milk. Where's the fucking can opener, man? Oh, there it is. Sorry about the language, everybody. This is kind of a stressful morning for me. I guess we're going to probably use about 1/3 of this also. And let's pour in some of our booze. Apple whiskey. And I'm just going to be guesstimating in terms of how much of this that we're going to be putting in there. But, there we go. That looks nice. This is going to make for our bottom layer. This is our base layer. And we're going to fill up our cups with it. So it's supposed to be 3 different colors, orange, brown, and white, which are made to simulate the colors of a turkey. So let's put some cups down here. And you want to probably try to put these down evenly so that it's an even amount. Can you see these okay? Here, I'll widen the shot here. Okay. Oh, I put way too much. Okay. We don't have very much of this, so I'm just gonna... Sorry about that, guys. we're gonna be working with more like maybe 5 of these. So I'll save these cups for another time. We're gonna make 5 Jello shots. It's hard to see how much of each there is in there, but there we go. So we're gonna put these. You want to refrigerate these for 2 or 3 days. Theoretically, I should be able to get all 3 of these. No. I'm going to put them in the freezer so it'll go a little faster. Making Jello is no small feat. All right, well, we have a couple of requests while we're doing that. Degree Scaffold says 10 minutes should do the trick. Okay, Alexa, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
What's this? Hypia says, what's 1/3 of 5 cups again? Don't forget to divide. Alexa, what's 1/3 of 5 cups? I think it's 1.7.
1 2/3 cups.
1 2/3, okay. Double-edged board, is that what they mean by having the hair of the dog that bit you? Oh, the hair and the thing. Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened, where that expression came from. Double leopards, in other cooking shows, they have a batch pre-made from the night before when they go live. Yeah, you know what? That probably would have been a really, really good idea. I guess we're going to do the best that we can. But hey, there's some song requests, so let's get to that right now. Why don't we start with this little ditty that I like to sing around Thanksgiving time and moving into the holidays, which is a very depressing time for a lot of people. I'd say birthdays and holidays and regular days are probably the most depressing times, according to statistics. So here we go. There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. I try to reach out to my family. They say they don't have time for me. I got friends that I never see. I think there's something wrong with me. Every day used to be such possibility. Now every road that I take leads to sadness and despair. I put some pizza in the microwave, forgot about it for several days. When I was done, I just threw it away. That means there's something wrong with me. All the kids in the neighborhood tell me I don't look so good. How I would change it all if I could, but I just can't. I can't. I try to watch TV, it only frightens me. Everyone's screaming and shouting and fighting in the street. There's something broken inside of me, something no one else can see. Something hurts and it's way down deep. I think there's something wrong with me. That was a song by Jose Suicidio. that is very nice song. Depressing, I guess. It's called There's Something Wrong With Me, and you can stream that wherever you stream music. It Was Me says Thanksgiving is on my birthday this year. I guess double whammy for this year. Yeah, very sorry to hear that. It was me. Okay. We have a song that was requested on the Discord. Bruce Lee says, I noticed your title says Uncle Ron's Thanksgiving Jello Shot, but I don't see Uncle Ron. Okay, Uncle Ron is no longer with us. And I'll get a little bit more into Uncle Ron, but he, as he got older, he started having weird sort of delusions. There used to be a celebrity named Maria Shriver who was married to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and she was a newscaster. And Uncle Ron started developing this theory that he thought that Maria Shriver was trying to send him secret messages through her broadcasts, that she was madly in love with him and that she wanted for him to come down to the studio and steal her away from all the madness. And he did try to do that, actually, and he didn't have a gun. He had it was a walking stick of some sort, but the police thought it was a gun, and things didn't go well for Ron. He was in jail for a long period of time, but anyway, we're going to talk more about Uncle Ron in a little bit. Saw Hunter says, you're running out of time, Henry, and I'm not talking about the stream. Wow, that's ominous. Raziel's Lament says, it was my sister's birthday yesterday. I played Nobody's Birthday for her. She cried. She was so happy. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Saw Hunter says, you're running out of time, Henry, and I'm not talking about the stream. Oh, that's the same comment we had earlier. Saw Hunter said that twice. Thanks, Saw Hunter. But yeah, I guess we're all running out of time when you think about it from the day that we're born. It's just a long process of time slowly passing us by. Shadow Mind says, you're running out of time, Henry, and I'm not talking about the stream. Okay. And Giraffe Guy said the same thing. I think there might be something broken about my my little feed here. So there's some kind of glitch in the system. Archmage Kale says, I was driving the other day, and can you believe it? Everyone was driving the wrong direction. People are so dumb nowadays. Yeah, no, I've had that, where you're driving and there's like 50 cars coming at you. It's like, did anybody learn how to drive at some point? Kiroslavia says, I think the Matrix is breaking. I think you're right. Okay. Wicked Delights wanted to hear this song. Wicked Delights wanted to hear a song from the 80s, which is my favorite time period, or maybe it was early 90s. This was an artist who was way ahead of his time, who just for like 1 year just put out so much amazing, well-crafted, beautiful music, and then all of a sudden we never heard from him again. And I looked, and this particular song has, I think it was like 2.5 billion views and like 15 million likes. I mean, it was definitely very well loved, and it's a beautiful song, and it's a song that's requested by Wicked Delights on the Discord, and I'm going to do the best that I can to do justice to it.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment
of what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this much from any other guy. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart is aching but you're too shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you, never gonna give you up, never gonna take you down, never gonna run around and hurt you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Oh, Alexa, stop. I guess that's it. Hold on a second. Thank you, Wicked Delights, for requesting that one and that trip down memory lane. I got a little carried away there. Let's take a look at our Jello shots. No. It's still liquid, so never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna turn around and desert you, never gonna love you. No. I think we're done with that song, but that was a wonderful song. I think we've got a little more time here to kill, so let's go ahead and do another song. This song was requested by someone on the Discord named Purple is a Fruit, and also Phaedrus. Phaedrus requested this song a long time ago, and I did my best with it, but I don't think my best was good enough, to quote another song. But then recently, Purple is a Fruit said they wanted to hear anything by Tom Petty, so I thought, well, maybe this would be a good chance to maybe redo the song that I did before that Phaedrus requested by Tom Petty. And you know what? It's kind of appropriate because this song here is basically what we're doing right now with our Jello shots. It's called Waiting. And I'm going to do the best I can. Oh, baby, don't you feel like heaven right now? Don't it feel like something from a dream? Yeah, I never know nothing quite like this. Don't it feel like tonight may never be again? We know better than to try to pretend. Baby, no one could have told me about this. I said, hey, yeah, the waiting is the hardest part. Every day you see one more card. You take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting is the hardest part. Well, yeah, I might have chased a couple women around. All you'd ever did was get me down. There were those days that made me feel good, but never as good as I feel right now. Baby, you're the only one that's ever known how to make me wanna live like I wanna live. I said, hey, yeah, the waiting is the hardest part. Every day you get one more yard. You take it on faith, you take it to the heart. The waiting this going to be one of these things where these things aren't going to be ready? Because that would suck. We'll leave it there a little bit longer. We still have more songs to do. All right, we have to go into some kind of crisis mode here. I'm going to save the songs. Take a real quick check on roast beef. Still sleeping. Wow, that up-tempo song I thought would get him going, but it didn't. I want to thank Fiorta for resubscribing, and Hairplane just resubscribed as well. Along with Huckley and TK Relaxo and Super Pappy Pig cheered 1 bit. Thank you, Super Pappy Pig. Unreleased from Jailmate, and that brings us to where we were. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and make the next layer here, because if we're gonna have to freeze everything at the same time, we're gonna have a problem. And normally this is supposed to be a 3-layer situation, but we're just gonna do 2. We're kind of going into crisis mode here. So let's sip our coffee. We actually might have to use the pudding. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and use the pudding. So let's just make pudding according to the regular instructions, but we'll put our booze into it. So, what are the directions here? Oh, it wants eggs and all that shit. I don't know if we have eggs. No, okay. Okay, so let's leave this aside. Let's go back to our other. Sorry I didn't do this ahead of time, guys. I feel awful. Let's boil some more water. Make me wanna live like I wanna live. Okay. Start. High. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm boiling our water. Can you hear me okay? Check. Kathy says it's okay. Nothing ever works out anyway. I agree. Elowitz says I've never seen Henry make a mistake before. Yeah, no, even professionals are fallible. Blue Sixes says it's a double feature cooking stream. No need to apologize. Yeah. Well, thank you guys. Thanks for making me feel better here. All right. Let's use the rest of this. We're going to take our boiling water. And let's put our gelatin mix in here. It says refrigerate for 30 minutes, and I assumed that meant that if we put it in the freezer, it's going to go 3 times as fast. I think that's the rule. Alexa, what's the conversion between freezing and regular refrigerator?
From interviewarea.com. Most freezers should be kept between 0 and 5 degrees. Refrigerators, between 38 and 42 degrees.
Yeah, see, exactly. So, okay. Speed set method. Okay. Dissolve gelatin mix in 1.5 cups of boiling water. I think there's a speedy way to do this. Stop that. Add a cup of ice. Stir gelatin until slightly thickened. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna put our booze in there because at least that way, when we're done, at the very least, we've got something that's got booze in it. Going back to my Uncle Ron, there's another expression that he kind of coined in our family. You know, a lot of times you ask somebody, "How are you doing?" and then he would not say anything, and then you'd say, "How are you doing, Uncle Ron?" And again, he wouldn't say anything, and then the third time, you'd say, "Uncle Ron, how are you doing?" And he'd say, "I'm doing fine. What the fuck do you want me to say?" And I always thought that was hilarious when I was a kid. But looking back, I think that Uncle Ron was suffering in some way. Okay, so we have our alcohol and such in there. We want to add to this an equivalent amount of regular cold water, which I'm going to grab. There we go. Stir it up. And we're going to refrigerate it again. It says something about putting an ice cube in there. I think I'm going to do that. Put a couple of ice cubes in there. Not sure exactly what this does. Maybe it makes it a little bit more cold. Okay. I'm going to put this in the... so what we're going to do is we're going to put these in our cups. Let's take our other one. No, got it. Okay. I'm going to take our other cups out and we're going to pour this on top of it. That's what we'll do. Okay, and these are actually getting kind of firm, which is nice. Yeah, these are very firm, so that's nice. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pour this other layer on top. And of course, I poured too much. That one's got something in it. I don't know what it is. I might avoid that one. I want to thank Sean Exer and Fiorta and Snadjus Maju for helping us out today and subscribing. So you want to see red on the top of all of these. This one's got way too much in it. But let's go ahead then. What is that? Oh, okay, that's my fridge. Let's put all these in there. Okay. Luna Kitty just subscribed. Thanks, Luna Kitty. Let's take a quick check on roast beef. Still pretty much the same. We've got everything basically under control. We're going to eventually take these cups out of the refrigerator. We're going to use scissors. Thanks, NateGamer97 just subscribed. Along with General Nutsacks just subscribed. Take the cups out of the refrigerator. Use scissors to cut the cups open. Let the Jello shot ooze out onto a little plate. Top and enjoy. Don't worry. You'll have plenty left for Thanksgiving leftovers the next morning. Okay. This book also contains a lot of little factoids. This is an interesting factoid. The movie Mall Cop cost $40 million to make, which according to the World Health Organization is enough to feed the roughly 12,000 families in the U.S. alone who die of starvation and malnutrition-related diseases every year. But it was an excellent movie. Okay. Nami Crow for you, Paul Blart. Yeah, I believe that's the one. All right. We're getting there. And you know what? It's, it's Sunday and it's the holidays. Why don't we just have a little bit of this booze right now? I don't see why not. It's apple whiskey from Crown Royale. But there's a thing in it. Maybe this just has apple shards in it. Or maybe the cups. I'm trying to pour it without getting whatever that thing is. Not sure if you can see what I'm talking about, but there's just a little, I don't know if that's a bug or what, but there's something in there. So got it. Okay, I got it. It was a bug. All right, bottoms up, you guys. Let's do a little bit of apple whiskey. I'm not sure if apple whiskey is an actual drink or if it's whiskey just combined with apple, but that's good stuff. Back it up with a little coffee. Archmage Kill says, my cat died, dog died, fish died, bird died. Wait. Scrolled up. Wife left me for the 2-timer, but your streams keep me happy. Wow. That's very cool. My juicer. That's very cool, Archmage Angel. Or no, Archmage Kale. Archangel is what I was thinking. Sometimes your comments really hit home. That's a lot to think about, and I'm thinking a little bit about my Uncle Ron and our Thanksgivings that we had when we were kids. Anyway, this is probably as good a time as any to say a few thank yous to some of the very important people who have helped make the Henry's Kitchen stream what it has become over the last several months. Not only to those of you awesome people who engage in chat and also just who view, I appreciate it very much. But also, wait, we have a question here. What do you get when you play a country song in reverse? You get your wife back, your house back, your truck back, and your dog back. Oh, okay. And that was given to us by Juxive. Thanks, Juxive. This is not a country song. Well, actually, this is a country song. What am I saying? It's my thank yous. You know, every time I do a stream, I like to thank the people who have contributed technical or other support. The people who have come forward offering to moderate, as well as the people who set up the Discord channel for me, and Quanto, who is the technical advisor, the official technical advisor of Henry's Kitchen, and the only VIP person so far, because he abandoned his honeymoon duties to join us one time when we were having a technical problem on Henry's Kitchen, and I thought, well, that's worth VIP status right there. So Yeah, Shane Yes says VIP and the MVP. Okay. So this is a song that's basically just a thank you song, but it's set to the tune of King of the Road by Roger Miller, which somebody requested at some point, and I did it, and I can't remember who requested it, so I apologize about that. Fucking and Dingo Bop, Dom Beef and Hottest Bear, Do Dingo Doggy, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, and also Bumble Vision and the LGX, Daisy Blossom and Sir Doom, Pilskman Melon 95, and don't forget Quanto, Nymphorson and Moon Moon, XQC and Emeroo, S-Fund and Bonnie Rabbit 2, and my friend Bill Larkin Music. That one, the last line is my friend Bill Larkin Music, but I'm having a hard time getting it to fit into the song with the right kind of meter and rhyming structure that the rest of the song has. But hey, I've got a good idea. Why don't we play a little bit of the Henry's Kitchen game? This is the new Henry's Kitchen game called Ants. And how about Quinn69? Death Claim says, yes, thank you, Quinn69. And I'm sure that I've left out a lot of people, and I feel bad. Wow, we just got a donation from What Is a Dream? Tipped $10. Thank you very much. And I'm glad that you did that, not only for your generosity, but also it gives me the opportunity to thank, when it was my birthday about a week ago, Henry's Kitchen received a whole bunch of donations and subscriptions and gift tiers and cheers and all kinds of stuff. And I wanted to give back, so what we've done here is we've increased the production value. So Quanto talked me into getting an HDMI receiver thing, so that when you go to the Canon, it might be very subtle and hard to tell, but this camera just works so much better. I also got a charger for the camera that keeps it charged at all times, because we were having problems with that. I don't know if you remember. We also got some other fun equipment. I have a huge monitor now that I can read the songs from, thanks to you guys. There was another piece of equipment. Well, I got another tripod so that we could check out the roast beef cam. Still not a lot of activity. I'm going to go real quick and just check and make sure that he's okay. I know he probably hates it when he's in the middle of his sleep. Right now he's just going, what the hell was that? He's probably dreaming or something, I don't know. But now he's back to sleep, so that's good. Wow, that shot really made me feel pretty loose. I'm going to be honest with you, going in today, I was feeling very depressed. But after having that little bit of booze, I feel better. That's not a good message to put out there, but I just want to let you know that that's what's going on with me. And double-edged board, alcohol cures depression, yes, but with a very important caveat, and that's that it's also very high in calories. Okay. Archmage Kale says, look, Mom, what Henry taught me, alcoholism. No, I don't want this to get out of hand. I'm just saying that's the way that my morning's going. But all right, let's get back into. we were going to play the Henry's Kitchen game, which is designed by my friend Mark Cohen. Let's see how to do this here. I'm going to need my game controller. Let's see here. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing. We want this. Ants. Oh, and we have another song coming up too. So this is the game. And I'm not sure. Okay, so the URL, if you guys want to play, and a couple of you on the Discord got 203 points, which is fascinating to me. markcohen.net. So that's markcohen.net/ants/. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to play this. If anybody's been playing it and you have the link handy, please post it in the chat, because I don't want anybody to go without playing this thing. It's really, really fun. It's a great time killer. I've never been able to get past, I think, 30 something, but here we go. So you can see that's me in my kitchen, and this is based on a real time where I had a bunch of ants, and you have to kick them. Oh wait, hold on, I think I've got the site muted. Oh, and we've got it now so that I'm humming the Jose Suicidio songs. So you can see in the top right the 00. That means that I have not been hit by a red ant yet. When I get a red ant that bites me, that means... oh, see, I just got one. It gets harder progressively. But I'm already up to 32, which is pretty good. Uh-oh, I've got 2 now. I don't know how you guys are getting 200 on this thing. That just seems... Ah. Okay. Beelzebub just gifted a tier 1 sub to Hans von Sauerkraut. That's amazing. Thanks, Hans von Sauerkraut. Also, Key 0607 resubscribed. Base Killer subscribed. Noelsley Limpy is resubscribed. What is a dream? Thank you. And General Nutsacks, I think we already did shout out. But let's try this one. Oh, I guess that now there's a high score thing. So I'll just put HP. Let's play again. I'm going to try to play the best game of this that I've ever played. I already got 10. So what did I have there? 40? That was pretty good. Let's see if I can get to 50 this time. Oh, come on. So the design of this, as you can see, uses state-of-the-art video game technology, because I'm trying to stay in keeping with the gamer community. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm not even going to put that in there. Okay, let's see here. I guess the beginning is your chance to get all... And if you guys have been playing this and you have some good advice... Ah, come on. See, I'm just not very good, I think, is the problem there. It's a little like the game Asteroids that I used to play. I wish I could move a little faster. Oh no. Okay. All right. I'm done. I'm gonna get back to that another time, but for the time being, that was really difficult. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another song here that we have requested from the Discord channel. I hear this game has a lot of hackers. That's what Elowith says. I'm not sure about that. Shirley Jesting 666 says there's a lack of a roast beef character. Oh yeah, well roast beef is back in his early days, he used to be very good at chasing bugs around. As a matter of fact, that was one of the big advantages of having him around. But now he doesn't really chase much of anything around. But he did shift positions, so that's kind of exciting. Orange Sting says you should play Guitar Hero. Yes, I will be doing that for sure. That's on the list for sure. Okay. We have a request on the Discord from someone named Purple is a Fruit. No, we already did Purple is a Fruit and Faders's request, Tom Petty. This is from Kaffee, Kaffee_, if I'm not mistaken. Wanted to hear this song, which I believe is from the 70s, by an artist who, there's a wonderful documentary about him called Who is Harry Nilsson? And of course I'm talking about Harry Nilsson. A lot of people wondered why he wasn't more famous because he wrote such great music. And if you ask me, I think it's because his name has kind of got a weird spelling. It's Nilsson, two S's, which I guess some people spell it that way. But you know, this is at a time when you had Ricky Nelson and it just Nilson. It was phonetic. You had the Nielsen ratings, which was Neilson. But yeah, people were like, is it two L's, two S's? And it was just too complicated for anybody to spell, so they just figured, well, I'm not going to even listen to the guy's music. Kaffee says he should have been a legend. Yeah, and he was, for people that don't care about weird spellings and stuff. So, Jose freaking Perez says, Harry Nilsson is amazing. Have you ever heard The Point? I'm not sure if I'm familiar with The Point. Is that the name of the song? Because there's a lot of his songs that I am familiar with. Everybody's Talking, of course, and Lime and the Coconut. How could you not know that? And a lot of other ones. This one that I'm about to do here is a very famous one of his, too, which I think was covered by Laura Branigan and maybe even Michael Bolton in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to do the original. And my voice isn't really completely awake yet, and so I'm gonna probably do sort of a Jose Suicidio rendition of this song. But that works because it's kind of a Jose Suicidio type song anyway. So, oh, we got a tuning issue here. It was a weird animated movie, narrated by Ringo Starr, and all the music was by Nilsson. Wow. That's very cool. That's very cool to know. I'm going to have to watch The Point. I'm going to say this, and I've said it before. The users on Twitch are smarter than any other platform that I know of. It just seems to be the case. It seems like people on Twitch are just a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to the whole smart thing. And like that, right? Recommending a movie scored by Harry Nilsson is a very smart thing, I think, in my opinion. So thanks. And I'm not trying to insult people on Facebook or MySpace or any of these other ones, but I just find that on Twitch, people tend to be, for lack of a better word, smarter. Okay, but I don't want to belabor that point because it feels like it would be offensive to people. Quanto said turn on desktop audio way back, probably when I was playing the game. I should have, and I didn't. So I'm sorry about that. Kuroslavia says, only on this stream. Okay, well, that's good to know. Timlef says, true, I can confirm I am very smart. Yeah, thanks, Timlef. Well, Timlef requests Brother Man Bill, which we've done, and I can't do it right now because I'd have to have it all pulled up, the lyrics and everything, but that's a cool, smart song as well. So, What is a Dream says, I'm not a Discord guy, I'm more of a minor harmonic. See, there you go. That's a very smart joke. He's using the word Discord in an alternate way. I requested a song earlier in the tip, just wondering if you saw it. No, I didn't see it. What is a Dream? Can you request it again? So yeah, request that song. Okay. Blues Run the Game by Johnson S. Frank. Okay, so that I've never heard of that. So usually I just pull up the chord, so I wouldn't know how the melody goes. But if you put it in the Discord, to use the Discord again, that will allow me to work on it. And someone backed you up and said that is a great song, Dallas Drone. So I will have to do that one. And by the way, there's so many great songs on the Discord, but I'm pretty bad at learning new songs. So most of what you hear me doing are songs that I'm already familiar with. Borson Vin says John Prine. Yeah, we did a John Prine a couple weeks ago, and I'd like to do more. Do I know Johnny Cash? I did a terrible rendition of Ring of Fire, but I'll do some more Johnny Cash too. All right, What is a Dream says play anything. Okay, let's do that. So this is a song by Harry Nilsson, spelled Nilsson. This is a real party getter. If you're ever at a party with a bunch of young people, if you happen to have an acoustic guitar or if they've got one lying around, pull this song out of your hat, out of your arsenal, if you will, and start doing an acoustic version of this song, and it's going to get everybody really riled up. It's a fun party getter, as they call it.
Well, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes the sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. When I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. Can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. Well, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't live if living is with without you. I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. Borsenvin says the whiskey helped, I feel. Yeah, I think it really did. By the way, I'm looking more and more forward to these Jello shots. Tim Left says, thanks, Henry. I feel smart now. You know what? After doing that whiskey shot, I'm going to try something spontaneous. Oddinks just subscribed. I'm going to try to do Brother Man Bill at the request of Tim Left. But I'll probably mess it up. Okay, there's an ad on here, and I'm hoping it goes away because I can't see this song. That's a little bit of Brother Man. I really always screw up the what would you call it? The placing of the words in that song. Okay. Oh, we just got a subscription there from Tim Left. Resubscribe. Thanks, Tim Left, and thanks for the introducing me to that great song. Gonzo Cheese resubscribed for 2 months, as well as Auden CS. Beelzebub gifted a tier 1 sub to Hans von Sauerkraut. That's a great sentence that just rolls right off the tongue. Key 0607 is resubscribed, as well as Bass Killa and Noelsley, Limpy. What is a Dream? Tip $10. General Nutsacks. Thank you, everybody. A Spicy Chill. I like that song. You should sing it more often. Okay. Well, it's a nice song. What the Duck says, hey, Henry, I think I messed up. My Jello shots seem different. What do you do with the bullets in the Jello? Are they edible? Oh, okay. I think you're talking about the star anuses. Those are going to go on the top. Archbounds just resubscribed. Thanks, Archbounds. I'm going to pour another cup of Joe. I'm not sure why they call it Joe. Alexa, why do they call coffee Joe?
From reference.com. It is thought the nickname Joe for a cup of coffee began as a disparaging term referencing Josephus Daniels, the Secretary of the Navy during World War I.
Okay, so it was a derogatory term for the Secretary of the Navy who drank probably a lot of coffee, and so they drank so much coffee that they just started calling coffee Joe. So like if you have a friend who drinks a ton of beer and his name is Frank, it's like saying, hey, I'm going to get a cup of Frank. Kind of weird. Archmage Kale, who's Joe? Yeah, I don't remember the last name that she gave, but it was some Joe something or other. Borsenvin says, give me a cup of alcoholic Navy General. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that. Dallas Drone, I'll have a cup of Henry Apple whiskey. Yeah. Speaking of which, if you look at the Jack Daniels website under Apple whiskey, I noticed that there's a special recipe on there called Jack Apple Fizz. And you just got to be careful when you go up to someone and ask them if you can offer them a Jack Apple Fizz. You have to explain that it's a drink. Chuck Logan says, are the drinks still in the freezer? Yes. We're still waiting for our Jello shots. They're going to be ready any second now. What is it? 1:24 p.m. over here where I am. But yeah, Jack Apple Fizz is probably something you should only do with someone that you trust. JKG, that song is hard. You did great. Thanks. Thanks, JKG. All right, I think it's time to take these Jello shots out and drink them whatever they are. And we're gonna put a star anise on the top of it. So I'm gonna get a platter, just a regular old run-of-the-mill platter here. And yeah, I think these are actually ready. Okay. Yeah, I think we're in good shape, you guys. Who was that now? That was Monokuma 8888. Thanks. The only sad part about this is that it's not going to be the same color as it's supposed to be. But other than that, we're going to have the booze. So we got that going for us. Oh, and that's the other thing that I was trying to remember that Quanto suggested, and it's been fantastic. I don't know if you noticed that today's going very smoothly, but it's because I have this thing called a Stream Deck where I can go to the roast beef cam and then I can go back to me. It's pretty cool. So thank you, the viewers of Henry's Kitchen, for your subscriptions and donations for putting it into production value. Double-edged board, you can cover it with saran wrap if your hands are dirty too. Yeah, that's good advice, because all of my equipment now, my camera with a really cool zoom lens, my Canon, and everything's got big chunks of corn syrup and vegetable oil and all this other stuff on it, and it's really tough. Yeah, Borsenvin says, now this is production value in all caps. Yeah, we at Henry's Kitchen are always trying to find new innovative ways to entertain, and Mark Cohen's contribution of the Ants game is certainly part of our mission, as well as Jello shots, which we're going to take a look at right now. Sarwin just resubscribed for 4 months. Thank you very much, Sarwin. Okay, let's see what we have to work with here. The first thing we want to do is we want to use a cup of scissors to get, hold on, I'll be right back. We want to start opening these things up. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. Peaceful Haley just resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you very much, Peaceful Haley. This is tricky because I don't want it to spill out. But here we go. I'm going to do sort of a butterfly method. Oh look, it does have a pretty cool layering on it. It's just not the color that we were going for. Oh, and I forgot to use our there we go. I forgot to use our food coloring, but it's already kind of got a food. Okay, some of this stuff is still stuck there. I think I'm going to go ahead and just eat this. It's very apple-y. All right, we've got 5 more to go. Again, we sort of want to butterfly these out. Very odd. This kind of looks like cheddar cheese or something on top of it. All right, but that's working. Let's see what this next one is. Okay, 2 more. This is probably the most pain in the ass part of the whole process, but we're doing it. We're getting there. This is a proper Jello shot. It's big. I don't know. I guess this was probably the first one that I did. And the reason it came out better is because I didn't know that I was going to run out of juice. This is the one that caught the ice cubes. And it looks like there's still some ice cubes in it. And it also doesn't look like it's completely solid yet, but it's okay. There we go. I'm gonna wash my hands here. Now we're gonna open these things up. They're called anise star, but I've also seen star anise. I'm gonna put one of these on each one. They kind of look like little spiders or something. Very interesting that somebody would want to put this on top of their food. But there we go. It actually looks like little pine cones, which I think they have. If we go take a look at what we were going for here. Again, theirs is red, ours is orange. But I would say for the most part, obviously they've got fancy photography or whatever, but I think our Jello shots came out very similar, and I think it's time to go ahead and eat them. Or drink them? I don't know how. Yeah, I guess you eat them. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know if you can eat these. I think, yeah, you don't eat that. You just, it's part of the decoration or whatever. All right, everybody. Thanksgiving week has started. This is dedicated to my Uncle Ron, who no one really knows whatever happened to him. Very jello-y. It's really coming apart there. Razio's Lament says, where I'm from, that's called salad tossing. Okay. Calvinieri says, what are those brown stars? They're called Anis or something like that, stars. But I'm not sure if these will get you drunk. I mean, they should, technically, unless there's something in the freezing process of alcohol. That makes it more less potent. Parasitosis says, do Jello shots cure depression? I think these might. I really think they might. If you guys made this at home, I hope they worked out. I'm sorry I didn't mention that you're going to need paper cups. I hope you had something around the house. When I put it on the Discord last night, it occurred to me I forgot to tell everybody to get their shot cups. Erotica Reading Rabbi says, we're using allspice for all of our cooking this Thanksgiving. Fuck big spice. Times are tough. Yeah, no, that's a very good observation. There's so many autumnal spices. Nutmeg is one. Cinnamon, star anise, cloves, curry, cumin, paprika. If you get something called allspice, which is one of the containers that they'll have in the same area with all those other ones, you literally have them all covered. If you want to make pumpkin pancakes and it says nutmeg, cinnamon, and clove or whatever, just put allspice, it's in there. If you're making curry soup and it says you need curry and cumin seed and stoked paprika or whatever, put in allspice. That's all you need. It's literally all of the spices, and it is a big fuck you to not big pharma, but big spice, who tries to get you to buy one of every one, and that's going to be so expensive. I mean, I have a jar of cinnamon in there that's probably been in my cupboard for 20 years now, and it's just a waste. So that's just a little tip for you. Save a little bit of money during the holidays. And Parasitosis says, I use 7 spice sometimes when I only need a little. Yeah, just make sure those 7 spices are the ones that you need. Archmage Kale says, my wife is called Anus Star by her male co-workers too. Weird. She should be concerned. Or should I be concerned? No, that sounds like maybe they know that she's made these Jello shots before or something. Dope Silicon says, will you put cumin in my star anus? Okay. Blue 6 is totally platonic. No worries. All right. Some of the comments are getting a little out of control here. I'm going to go ahead and have one more of these. This is good. I'd say today is a definite success in the kitchen. Very tasty. Watch out though when you're buying Jello. Make sure you're not getting pudding, because apparently they're both called Jello. Alright everybody. As always, I want to thank you so much for joining us here at Henry's Kitchen. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks Quanto, and thanks to so many other people who've come forward to help with all these technical details that I really was lost during. Hello, I'm a Truck has resubscribed. Thanks. Sarwin as well. Monokuma 888. And I'm sorry if I botched anybody's names or if I missed anybody's name. Sometimes they go by fast if I'm doing a song or something and I miss it, so I apologize. But there'll be one more pre-Thanksgiving stream, and that'll be Wednesday at 11 a.m. So let's get a real Thanksgiving. I might make my Henry's fucking veggie duckin', which is that's a pretty epic one, but maybe we'll do that. But thanks everybody for joining us here on Henry's Kitchen. One last shout out from roast beef. Still basically, all right, he's in the exact same position for too long. Okay. I guess he's just sleeping the day away, and that's all right. But anyway, thanks for the song requests. I'll see you on the Discord. In the meantime, if you have requests for songs or if you want to show me what your food looks like or any of those things. Thanks, everyone, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and also I hope you have a great week. Thanks.